Since 2019, the tech info e-commerce sector has dramatically outpaced the rest of the private sector in employment growth with an 18% gain compared to 4% across other industries nationally. Now, today, I have Dr. Michael Mandel, Vice President and Chief Economist at the Progressive Policy Institute in Washington, D.C. How are you, Doctor?
I'm excellent. How are you today?
I'm doing good. So, considering a career in tech, these sectors seeing the most potential growth. Explain that.
We live in a world where there's an enormous amount of investment in technology, and companies in the tech info and e-commerce area are investing hundreds of billions of dollars in this country. Okay, and we know where there's investment, there's jobs. Okay, there's jobs in data center construction. There's jobs in cloud computing. There's jobs in broadband. There's jobs in artificial intelligence, and all the spillovers from it. What we did is we sort of looked at how this plays out on the local level. And what we found was that counties where that had a lot of growth in the tech, information, e-commerce sector also had a lot of growth in other parts of the economy as well, right? Which is a good sign.
Now, what are the good jobs? What counties have the greatest tech investments?
So, we're sort of talking about counties across the country. We're talking about counties on the coast, obviously, in California and in Massachusetts, say, in North Carolina, in Las Vegas, in Texas, in Florida, in outside of Chicago. It's spread all across the country. This is something that is not just restricted to one part of the country. It's everywhere.
Doctor, what kinds of jobs fall under the TIE umbrella?
Oh, it's such a wide variety. I mentioned data centers already. Okay, you've got data center construction. You've got developing AI applications to say manufacturing or healthcare. You've got e-commerce fulfillment. You've got uh, cybersecurity. Now, cybersecurity is interesting because it requires both technical skills and also people skills or sort of an investigative frame of mind, right? And so that's what's happening. This is not just one type of job. This is many types of jobs. And what we're seeing is that there's been an increased number of job openings recently in the tech info sector.
Explain the link between a strong tech presence and a more stable local economy.
That's a great question. So when we sort of looked at this empirically, we discovered that faster growth in the tech sector went along with stronger growth in the rest of the economy. And there's probably two reasons. One is that the faster growth in the tech sector sort of creates more income and spillover jobs in the rest of the economy. There's also a sense that the sort of policies that sort of generate um, faster growth in tech and e-commerce also sort of generate faster growth in other industries as well. A willingness to embrace investment, a willingness to embrace innovation, and a skilled labor force. So we're seeing these two things as kind of going together, and as a positive on the local and state level.
Any comment on the fact that, kids would rather say, I'm not quite sure if I want to go to college. Maybe I'll learn how to code and program and I can get a job in the industry without having to do the 4 years.
Oh, well, actually, that's a less useful strategy than it used to be, because those are precisely the sort of jobs that are going to not fare well in a world of artificial intelligence. Okay, what has to happen is you have to be able to be skilled enough to sort of not just code, but sort of bridge the gap between coding and applications, say in a factory, okay, or in a hotel, or in a construction firm. We're going to need a lot more sort of skilled people who have the ability to sort of bridge gaps between digital and physical industries. Okay, and that's not, you don't learn that in a coding school. I mean, it may very well be that you don't have to go to a 4-year college, but you have to be careful about where you get your training.
I think that's very important too, Doctor. You're absolutely right. It's very important where you get your training. Been speaking with Dr. Michael Mandel, Vice President and Chief Economist at the Progressive Policy Institute in Washington, D.C. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend.
Okay, very glad to be here. Anybody who sort of wants to sort of learn more can go to our website at progressivepolicy.org.
One more time, what is that website again?
Progressivepolicy.org.
Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you very much.